Hey, welcome everybody. I'm just going to put together a couple of thoughts on the upcoming eclipse and whether or not you should have anything to worry about. And what's hard to really put in proper context unless you follow my work is, just why when I say this has my attention, it might just be worth, well, at least, being aware that there may be something to this. And the first reason I say that is that of the things that you're getting from other channels on this subject, one of the big ones is that the solar eclipses, the last 3 solar eclipses, form the letters Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. And I got to tell you outright, that is exactly the kind of cheeky thing that these people encoded. That's exactly how they would do this type of thing. It's made to be obvious then. And I don't know how they did it. But in one of my videos, my recent video on Skyfall, right, I proposed the idea that it's like, passing a ball. These cheeky bastards knew we'd figure this out at the last minute. They did, I'm telling you. And so, that's a very valid way to look at what they did. And I say that from the standpoint of having, translated numerous world mythologies around the cataclysm. And if the eclipse is tied to the Venus apocalypse, then yeah, the people who encoded the Venus apocalypse could have encoded the long count cycle of our positions. And so we could be coming back up on the realignment of the planets at the moment where the Venus apocalypse occurred and Venus was ionized. It could very well be at that moment that we're looking. And so if it does, then it's just a whole different game. And I say that because on top of all of it, we have to remember that Tom DeLonge says there's a pyramid underground in Alaska. And it's twice the size of the pyramid in Giza. It's turned on, and he says researchers say that it's suppressing consciousness. And most importantly, he says they think they know how to turn it off. Well, I've already made my proposal in some other videos. And if there were one opportunity, it might be this one. And it just might be that there is an arc potential in the eclipse. And I say that with a very low potential. Do I think that's going to happen? Look, if you said, hey, Bob, what could happen? This could happen. It could legitimately happen. And if it did that, the answer is it could very well short out electronics all across the world. But more importantly, because of the directed energy weapon that Eric Hecker, disclosed in Alaska, it's my thesis that in an event like this, they may actually be able to disable the pyramid. But the only chance to do it is during that Sun, Moon, Earth, Venus, Mars, alignment. You have to have these things in the right order. The thing that has my biggest attention is that throughout history, eclipses have been known as times of change in power structures around the world. And so these are always seen as very negative, very dangerous times. But one of the questions that I would have is, dangerous for whom? If power's changing, and right now we're in the control of a cult of death, what might that power change look like? Because I don't know how you get any worse than the cult of death. Anyway, it's April 1st today when I'm releasing this video. And we'll know the answer to the question on April 8th. Peace out, and April!